personalities like Lord Balaram, after that, Lord Sri Krishna. We celebrate this day. And that is because the mercy of a pure devotee. It's on the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. I don't know where we will be right now. Confused. If we are a Catholic, like in my case, I will be completely confused in my life. If somebody is a Hindu, he will be completely confused. He don't know who to worship, who to surrender, who to love, who need to chant, to who to meditate. A complete confusion. But that was a divine plan from the Supreme Personality of God. We already are confused because as soon as we take birth on this planet, we are very confused. We don't know what. We just cry. When we come out from the womb of the mother, what we did? We just cry. And no unhappiness. So and the confusion start like that. But Krishna, because he is very merciful, he say, okay, but I will give you a chance to come out from that confusion. That means ignorance. Like that. So one day, Radha and Krishna, they were talking, and Radha told Krishna, my dear Krishna, I have a dream, but I don't understand. I never had a dream before. I was dreaming that we were together in one body. So I don't know if that was you or was me. So please explain. Because I see, or I saw a young sannyasi chanting, and chanting, and chanting, and chanting. But at the same time, I saw myself in the same body. And Krishna said, yes, I will appear in that form. So, and one of the reasons that he appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? It's because he was thinking, all my devotees, they love me so much. They can do anything for me. I would like to taste what they taste. I would like to have that experience, that kind of love. But how I can love myself? And taste myself. It's a little difficult. Because the love of the devotee for Krishna is very deep and it's very heavy. It's very heavy. So Krishna, hear this, Krishna himself cannot hold it. The love for his devotee. That is a very powerful weapon against Krishna. The devotion of the devotee can defeat Krishna. Defeat. And there is so many pastimes about that. So Krishna said, but how I can do this? And after he said, okay, I will become my own devotee. To relish that, what my devotee relish that. And that happened, a mystic, mystic power arise there. So Radha and Krishna becoming one body. And they appear as Sri Chaitanya. That was one of the reasons. But in the same trip, Krishna decided that I will help the people of Kalikuta. I will help them. So as we know, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to preach. Start to tell everybody that the simple way to develop love for Krishna is through the chanting of the holy name. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. And he started to preach all over India. Yes, please, along with his associates, please chant the holy name. And that will purify your heart and you will become a devotee. And Lord Chaitanya do that for 48 years, preaching all these wonderful pastimes. But one day he said, my holy name will be chanted in all towns and all of them. And one devotee asks, my Lord, but how you will do that? You just almost ended your leelas here. How you will do that? And he said, I will not. I don't have time, too much time. But my devotee will. We talk about 500 years ago. My devotee will. And that prediction, that desire, start to spread. Until they reach in West Bengal. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj start to preach very strongly. The same instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day they were Bhaktivedanta Saraswati was preaching. And at that time, Advait Chara, Srila Prabhupada, he was around, and one friend told him, look, there is a Swami giving some class in a particular temple. Let's go here. And Srila Prabhupada said, no, I don't want to. I hear so many Swamis talking about this thing, talking about that, talking about renunciation, but after that, you see them in the liquor shop, drinking, going to a party. I'm tired about Swami. No, but this is different. This is a different one. And his friend brings Srila Prabhupada to the temple. And Srila Prabhupada was dressing very nice. Gentleman, a Vaishnava. And Bhaktivedanta Saraswati started to preach. But in one moment he looked and see that young man sitting behind, no? And he said, you should preach the process of Bhakti Yoga, no? In the Western culture. And Srila Prabhupada, me? Yes, you. I said, well, how? We have to liberate India first from the British. This is the most important, more important than that. And at that time, Srila Prabhupada was young. But when he came out from that temple, he said, wow, I never hear somebody like that. I never see somebody like that. From now on, he said to his friend, from now on, I accept him as my spiritual master. And the time passed. And I don't remember if Srila Prabhupada at that time was with Gandhi, still with Gandhi. But after that, he took initiation. And he married, a business, a good business. What was Prabhupada business? Huh? What was his business? What kind of business Prabhupada had?
Drugstores.
Huh?
He had a drugstore.
Yeah, drugstore. So Prabhupada said, I could be a rich man because the business was going very good for me. I can get plenty money. But Krishna has another plan. So that business shut down. Break. So, but still, Srila Prabhupada had that in his mind, the order of his spiritual master. How to spread the holy name of the Lord all over the planet. Think about that mission. So after the year passed, and Prabhupada, all his married leela, because that was no ordinary activity. That was his leela. His family, his marriage, his business, that was a leela, just a pastime for a few people. So when he reached in that age, and he just decided, I have to go to the western part of this planet and spread the holy name. At that age, with 40 rupees in a cargo ship, and he did. With one mission, to spread the holy name of God. So we can ask ourselves if we really understand the position of Srila Prabhupada. Because if we ask somebody or ourselves what we say, what we answer, oh, he is the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he came to the West and like that. That's it. But no. It's more deep than that. more deep. Because the teaching of Srila Prabhupada is for us to go back to home, back to God. Think about it. For us to be transferred to another dimension, beyond this miserable condition that we live in now. In another dimension, with a spiritual body. And we have to believe that. We have to believe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, when he predicted that Srila Prabhupada will appear, it's no ordinary thing. No? It's not ordinary. So, Srila Prabhupada, he opened the storehouse of Krishna himself. And start to look this. So when he came, actually the Jaladuta, he had 2 heart attacks. And he, with that austerity, he reached in America. Nobody was waiting for him. Nobody. No family members, no friends, no house. Just 40 rupees and a box. Think about it. He never came. He just hearing that the Western country is just melecha, demons. Because when we are not devotees, we are demons. That Srila Prabhupada said that. Srila Prabhupada said that there is 2 kinds of, I don't know if that was human, no? Demons and devotees. No? So one of the qualities of a demon is that he don't want to watch in the Supreme Personality of God. No? Because he wants to enjoy. So Srila Prabhupada once said, we came here to make the demons debate. So somebody may be saying, wow, but that's too heavy. It's too heavy. I am a demon. No? I had a kind of demon or something. No. Or the bad quality. Because when we don't worship the Supreme Lord, no, that is a really a bad quality. No. Because we want to worship ourselves. No. And that is one of the characteristics of a demon. No. Loss, anger, envy, all these bad qualities still remain in us. And the proof is that we don't surrender to Krishna. Because we still have that quality. So when Srila Prabhupada was in New York, looking for a place to stay, at least for the night, what he got? A drug addict. And he Srila Prabhupada start to live with that crazy man. And when the man become high, no, that was a miserable place for Srila Prabhupada. One day he becomes so mad that he started to throw all these things and Prabhupada things and all these things. And Srila Prabhupada had to come out from that apartment. No? With the box and outside. Nobody to call, nobody to message. Nobody. No? but he continued with that determination, and to bring the demons to call the demons to become devotees. Actually, it's a sacrifice. So many problems. He could say, "You just go to I go back to Vrindavan." He continued. And one day, okay, let me ask a question. Where this movement start? Where? Let us start from this side.
Europe.
Where this movement start?
Europe.
No, this side. Somebody can say this side. Where this wonderful and amazing process start?
Within your heart.
Huh?
Within your heart.
No. And this, the main, the Mataji's field.
Europe.
New York.
Matthias gift store.
No. Another one. Where this movement start?
On that tree.
On the tree. On the tree. That wasn't in a palace, that wasn't a big apartment, in a mansion, all this, no. On the tree. Think about it. Somebody coming from Vaikunta, right? See the Prabhupada. And start the movement on the tree. With no follower. No $1,000. Just a little dollar, right? No. He just sit down there in that park. No? How you call that park, Ruka? Right there. The tree is still there, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, Srila Prabhupada just sit down and all these people who were very high, all these kind of people, they start to talk. And start to hear for the first time in their life the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the heart, the consciousness start to change. The spirit, the soul, they start to manifest outside, and they want to hear and hear and hear. And the devotee who came first, they had no idea. What was that? But they start to follow Srila Prabhupada. Because as soon as Srila Prabhupada says something, they catch the heart of everybody. Because that's coming from the spiritual world. That wasn't coming from India or this, or that's coming directly from Goloka Vrindavan. And they start to purify the heart. And the initiation starts. Is not wonderful? The link to the Guru Parampara starts when Srila Prabhupada starts to initiate people. Melechas, he said. Because in the Western we have no idea about India, about Bhakti, nothing. He starts. And one of the followers, they say, hey, do you want to take initiation? You want to take initiation? I say, well, I think so. But you have idea what is that? I have no idea. But if I don't like, I do it. And the other devotee say, let us smoke marijuana before, Let's go outside, smoke marijuana, because after the initiation we cannot. And another devotee said, well, yeah, I don't think it's a problem because I hear that Swamiji was selling drugs. He was selling drugs, that he said. But he had a pharmacy, no? That's why I asked you, no? What was the business of Srila Prabhupada? Huh?
Yeah.
The business of Srila Prabhupada.
Drugstore.
Drugs, right? And that Prabhu say, no, but I hear Swamiji selling drugs. So, that was the realization to take initiation. No? And they took initiation. And by the association of Srila Prabhupada, they purified the life. And not only that, they surrender the life to Srila Prabhupada. Completely. One of the examples is Swami Goswami Maharaj. He started to work just for Prabhupada. Nothing else, nothing for him, nothing. Just working and having the money just to give them that to Srila Prabhupada. I think he was working taxi, no?
The welfare office.
And the government. Every salary, Srila Prabhupada. And that is one. And the others start to follow Srila Prabhupada, follow, no? They want to stay with Srila Prabhupada, no? And the movement starts to spread all over, as predicted by Sri Chaitanya. And that was like a wave of mercy coming from that, expanded like a tsunami. And that wave touched Trinidad and Venezuela. A little wave. What was that wave? The holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is why we become attracted, no? For the mercy of a pure devotee, who bring pure knowledge. Srila Prabhupada left to us two very important things. Two, according to my humble opinion. No? Two. That was his books and the disciple who carry on his mission. Who are our gurus. No? Like that. Because that's the system to spread the holy name of the Lord. And the other question we can ask is, did Srila Prabhupada for sure he passed away? No. Did Srila Prabhupada he died? No. Where is Srila Prabhupada? Where is Srila Prabhupada? Huh? In his book. We can associate with Srila Prabhupada through his book. That means we have to read it. We have to read Srila Prabhupada. That is why he makes too much effort. 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, he wake up. Right. If you see that bookshelf there is a big book, right? A big book, the Srimad Bhagavatam, but between them there is one book, a big one, right? The first canto. The first canto of Srila Prabhupada contains all his knowledge. Because he was thinking, I have to do this before I pass away. I can pass away at any time. That is why he concentrates his energy, his knowledge, who coming from his heart, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the first one. And when we read the first canto, it's a window to the spiritual understanding. Because we must have knowledge. We must have knowledge about this. Why? To become attracted. If we are attracted to Krishna or our devotional service, we will be more tasteful, more enthusiastic. We will start to see the devotees like demigods. I want to serve them. I don't want them to serve me. No, I want to serve them. Like that. So, with that understanding, if we have something in our heart, some kind of contamination, we have to kick off that, and come to the association of devotees and start to render some service. In the name, in honor of Srila Prabhupada, who brings the knowledge for us to become real human beings. Yes, really, Srila Prabhupada. This is it. And when we start to become attracted, we will start to chant the holy name of the Lord. Yes, sir. Because we will have knowledge what we doing, what we chanting, why we chanting, what is the result, what is the feeling. It's right there. And Srila Prabhupada do emphasis in that. Yes, please read the books. Try to follow. And your life will be successful. That's what he's instructing. So, as we know, he started to travel all around this small planet because that becomes small for him. 12 times, right? Around the planet. And he reached right there in the Nepal country, in Venezuela. Why he went to Venezuela? Because the devotees over there were doing so much sacrifice, so much book distribution, that those guys draw the attention of Srila. I want to go there. Right? And he went. And some devotees from here, they went to Caracas, like Basuki Prabhu, Vamana, Daksha, all these devotees, they have the opportunity to see personally Srila Prabhupada. Think about it. And actually, Srila Prabhupada want to come here, but that something happened that I don't know why, destination, karma, or something. But the point was that the holy name spread, the movement started to spread all over. So now there is a ISKCON temple all over. In Iran, we have devotees, ISKCON devotees. In Israel, we have ISKCON. And all the Latin American countries, we have ISKCON temple, ISKCON devotees. Even in the Muslim countries, Pakistan and Pakistan. Well, they don't like too much the Hare Krishna over there, but no. We have devotees. And that is because this personality who bring us the opportunity to hear about Krishna, his activity, his instruction, his beauty. There is 4 items related to Krishna. 4 items, right? Nama, Rupa, Guna and Lila. No? 4. Nama means the holy name of the Lord. Guna, his wonderful qualities. No? Lila, his sweet activities. No? And the other one is Nama, Rupa, his beautiful form. But from the 4, the most important is the first one, Nama, the holy name of the Lord. Why? Because the Nama opens the other doors to understand, to relish the form, the activities, and the qualities of the Supreme Personality of God. So the position of Srila Prabhupada is very deep, very deep. No? He is not an ordinary human being. He coming from the spiritual world. We have to understand that. Nobody can do that again. Maybe in 10,000 years, right? No. But nobody can do that what Srila Prabhupada. Nobody. And the amazing thing, when in the place where Srila Prabhupada find most opposition, more opposition, was in India. India. Because everybody was confused, no? Who to worship, no? Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesh, Brahma, this, that, no? Well, confusion. But Srila Prabhupada just came to the West and made Melechas to devotees. And he went back to India. You know? And he came with all these white devotees and Matajiris that the Indian people, they had no idea. You know? And when they start to see saris, tilak, dhoti, chada, no, sika, all these things, wow, where these people come from? No? And all of them with mostaz and hair and all these kind of things. And that was Srila Prabhupada. In front of all these wonderful devotees. And Srila Prabhupada, small as he was, no? The king of Bhakti, that was Srila Prabhupada. The king of Bhakti. And after that, Srila Prabhupada continued preaching in India. You know? Now, we have no idea how many devotees of ISKCON India has. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of devotees. With wonderful programs. For example, Bhakti Maharaj has a program to feed 5 million people almost every day. Think about that program. Where he got that power from Srila Prabhupada. And in ISKCON, I can say, we have pure devotees who are still here and who are already left. Pure devotees. For example, my Guru Maharaj, Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj, is a pure devotee. Somebody say, no, it's only Srila Prabhupada, pure devotee. This is a misconception. So Srila Prabhupada has not the power to make somebody pure devotee? Huh? Yes, he is doing that, and he will continue to do it. Through his book, through his disciples. Like Jayapataka Maharaj. The condition of Maharaj is amazing. No? So many problems in his body, but still he preaches. He cannot talk properly. No? But when he chants Hare Krishna, you can hear very nicely. No? And it's still one. Srila Prabhupada told Jayapataka Maharaj is initiate at least 50,000 disciples. And Jayapataka Maharaj, sorry, but I overpassed. So where he got the pass? Where he got the purity? From Srila Prabhupada. And this is just one of the examples. So if we try, at least try to link no, with Srila Prabhupada's instruction in his book, no, we will feel something different. We'll start to see something from a different angle. No? When we chant the holy name, we will feel something. No? And our life can change. We cannot change the world, no? But we can change, or at least try. Just to record little by little. No? Today a very nice day to make a commitment. Commitment? No? If you not chant the holy name of the Lord, because any motive, right? Just make a promise. No? I will chant one round every day. I will hold my japa, no? And sit down one corner, that my wife, my husband, my son, my daughter will not harass me. No? I will dedicate that time to glorify the Supreme Lord through His name. 10 minutes with faith, with concentration, no? Chanting the holy name of the Lord, try to follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Simple as that. It is very difficult to do it. No, it's not difficult. We just talking. No, no, yes, Hare Krishna is talking. No. But if we try to do that with the heart, that will be a different. A little purification. No? And we will be protected against this miserable society, who is trying to pull us. No, you cannot become a devotee. You cannot become a Haribol. You have to continue to be a demon. No? Like that. No? So we have to protect ourselves from this miserable condition. Somebody sent a message from Vaikuntha. No, it's from the kitchen. So the message is like the devotee. We have a wonderful opportunity to feel something from the spiritual world. We just have to try just a little bit and glorify Srila Prabhupada and his real position. Somebody who comes from the spiritual world. Chanting, dancing, take prasada, take rest, working, no? Quarreling a little bit with the wife, that's okay, no? But chant the holy name. Okay? Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Gaura Premanandi.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to the 129th Vyasa Puja, Srila Prabhupada. So we're going to do homages now, and we're going to do 4 gurus and sannyasis homages first, and then we're going to have Rasaji Prasad devotees. With Prasad devotees, please try to keep their homages 5 minutes or under, and for the sake of time. But you have to do Pushpanjali offering at 11:50. So we'll start with His Holiness Swami Maharaj and Sasguru Maharaj and Navendra Maharaj, and then His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami. So we all know Guru Prasad Swami. He is the GBC for Trinidad, Guyana, Suriname, and he is also the initiating Guru of many of us in Srila. So, Imam Shukaraya, Shukashnaya Nitai, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitai, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauri, Vishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Desha Karini, Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my prostrated obeisances at your holy lotus feet. All glories to you who are an ocean of mercy and perform unfathomable and unimaginable qualities of service. Recently, I have received a large area of responsibility. For me, it is overwhelming, but for you, it would be like picking up a blade of grass. Your ability to do whatever necessary to please Krishna and his devotees is my only source of inspiration in performing this service. In this present circumstance, I've begun to realize to some degree how much you did for us and how much you were willing to sacrifice to establish your transcendental movement. Yet your compassionate nature encompasses our contributions, and you would simply say, thank you very much. You always walked at very fast gait, yet by compassion for us, you wait so much service. You always walk at very fast gait, yet by compassion you wait for us. So much service has come my way, but merely a drop for you, like plague. I feel like a dwarf trying to reach the moon. Your moon-like demeanor makes those apparently impossible goals attainable. It is simply by your empowerment that I can achieve anything in the realm of devotional service, which is beyond the scope of my material consciousness. Krishna Shakti Vinanahi Prabhatavartana. By your grace, the means to accomplish the seemingly intangible objectives laid down by you and the previous acharyas have been delivered. Kali Kadela Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. You spoon-fed us with the holy name, although we resisted, driven by our conditioning and attachments. But these melt away by the tireless and inexhaustible gift you delivered without any personal exception, on only to please your Guru Maharaj and Lord Chaitanya. No, it is my duty to accept that incomparable endowment without hesitation and apply it to every aspect of my life, service, thoughts, and words. That can only be gained by adherence to your divine instructions and example. Please infuse that determination in my heart, thereby allowing me to serve you in the best possible way. Your undeserving but totally dependent servant, Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj. Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Please accept my humble obeisances, our Lord Srila Prabhupada. So I'm reading the homage of my spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Satsut Das Goswami Maharaj, who is 85 years old now and have not been traveling for maybe 10-15 years. I was a little bit surprised that he actually, but he's a very good writer, that he actually wrote a homage. So here it is. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. You are the dearmost person in my life. You are the representative of Krishna, and you saved me from great calamity. Before I met you, I was a lost soul. But you came to me and pulled me out of the well of material suffering. You turned me into a respectable person. Before I met you, I had many sinful habits, like the 4 sinful activities: illicit sex, meat eating, intoxicant, and gambling. I was a lost cause. But the first night I attended your class in the storefront on 26 2nd Avenue. He has just 2nd Avenue, but the address is 26 2nd Avenue, the first storefront, first temple. Some of you must have visited that place. I tasted bliss and felt I had been saved. Chanting in the kirtan with you brought me ecstasy. I was able to give up all my simple activities in one night. And from then on, I've always tried to be faithful servitor to you. I became your servant. I became your disciple after one night.
Hey.
Just by meeting you and joining you in kirtan and listening to your lecture, Although I couldn't understand your accent so well, so most of us, when we hearing Prabhupada lectures for the first time, we have a tough time. After a while, we get used to it as the years go by. Although I couldn't understand your accent so well, I became sworn to serve you always. I've sworn my life to you. I beg you to please always protect me and never keep me away. I always want to be true and faithful to you. Offering obeisances to you in the presence is a great thrill. One imbibes your Holy Spirit by being close to you and bowing down with full hands and feet. To be near you and bow down with hands and feet brings one the great pleasure of being a worshipper of the greatest spiritual master. You convey your full blessings to one who sincerely bows down to you and offers you love from the heart. For the devotee who truly surrender to you, you reciprocate with them and bless them, accepting their worship when offered in all sincerity. It is a truly bliss to worship you and pledge to surrender to you with one's life. Dear Srila Prabhupada, I want to be a surrendered soul. Please forgive this fallen soul who only wants to take shelter at your lotus feet and never commit any wrong actions. You are my only savior. I take shelter in you, begging to remain your surrendered disciple, Satsuripadas Goswami.
One.
Hare Krishna. This is from His Holiness Navayogendra Swami. My dear Srila Prabhupada, Om Jnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace, who saved the whole world by spreading Sanatana Dharma and the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, all over the world. Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Parasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Your divine grace appeared on this planet to fulfill the prophecy of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and His holy name. And His holy name will be chanted in every town and village on this earth planet. You are empowered, a Shakti Avesha avatar by the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, and you showed by example the whole world how to make the lowest among the lowest creatures remember Lord Shri Krishna's name and chant in ecstasy. So your divine grace established the Yuga Dharma. You are the embodiment of Lord Chaitanya's teachings. I, your insignificant servant, beg on this day of your appearance that you please bless me with a drop of your mercy, so that I become a strict follower of your nectar-like teachings and become instrumental in your mission to save humanity and the entire world from the effects of Kali Yuga. Srila Prabhupada, you are my everything. Please give me the shade of your lotus feet. Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado, yasya prasada nagati kutopi, dhyayam stuvam tasya yashastri sandhyam vande guru Sri Charanarvindam. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make advancement. Therefore, I should continually remember and praise the spiritual master, you, Srila Prabhupada, at least 3 times a day. I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, you, Srila Prabhupada. Please give me the strength to bear all troubles and fulfill your order. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, All glories to Shri Shri Gaura Nitai. All glories to Shri Shri Gaura Radha Krishna. Your insignificant servant, Nava Yogendra Swami. His Holiness Nava Yogendra Swami ki.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. I shall be reading the homage for Bhaktivedanta Swami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pashatya Adishatarine. So he did a poem titled You Have Me Moving. You have me moving, which is for improving. Qualities of magnitude in character and servitude. It has been over half a century since you ignited my energy, forward in direction, behind teachers in succession. I am asked about enthusiasm, sparing absolutely no sarcasm. I tell them straight, learn from Dad. But major player, Reverend Srila Prabhupada, where I live in the snowdrifts, I've received many of your gifts. They've come to me over the years in the form of my awesome peers. They shaped me, molded me, showed me how I should be. Sadly, not all are so active, while Krishna is still attractive. I miss them dearly as they pulled me in. Missing their company is a source of chagrin. It's painful, a separation feeling. It's natural in such family dealings. Some have perished, some have stayed. Some are on a climb, some are delayed. Men and women definitely aged. Surely all will be home, fully engaged. I throw gratitude as prostrations for the friends, my foundations. It is quite a special experience. You are moving me to transcendence. Your servant Bhaktivedanta Swami. His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami ki jai.
Krishna, so now we'll have the local devotees reading their homages, beginning with Mother Leela.
Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha. Today I'm not feeling well, but I came out to do my service and to honor my guru. And all I have to say is that to keep us in Krishna consciousness, we have to chant our rounds and we should have Prabhupada books daily. Sorry. No, that's what I have to say. We have to chant our rounds and keep reading Srila Prabhupada's book daily. That is what we need to stay in ISKCON. That's what we need to survive. Because as we see, the world is not going very nice. There is murders, there is rapes, there is kidnapping. But this movement is what is going to save us and keep us alive. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhupada.
Now we'll go on to the other Prabhupada disciples. Prabhuji, Mataji, please come now. And then after, we will go on to the rest of the devotees, with the senior devotees, subsequent disciples, and then the others. Anybody will to spare a chair? It is not. Yeah.
Somebody give a brown chair or a blue chair, please, because these chairs are dangerous. I have many times said not to use those chairs.
Hold on, easy.
Hare Krishna. So, a little about me, that the devotees or the guests or who don't know me. I am Tapadarshini Devidasi. I learned about this movement in 1975. I moved to the temple in 1976.
I got married in 1977, and both I and Donna Prabhu went to India. We went to India in August. Srila Prabhupada left his body in November. We were there when they were putting Prabhupada in Samadhi, in Vrindavan. We were in Delhi, and when we got the message that Srila Prabhupada had left his body, we traveled to Vrindavan, and we went to the parigram. We stayed for the ceremony where they was putting Prabhupada in Samadhi. My service in India, I used to help take care of Ashima and Mayapur. When she come down to Mangalarti, I used to take her around to circumambulate the day through and then take her back upstairs. And also, I used to clean Prabhupada room in Mayapur. So that's part of my service I did in Mayapur. Then we moved to Calcutta and we stayed there at Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, Pujari. I did my cooking here. We used to cook for the deities, lunchtime offering and evening offering. And we used to go with them there at the trays and they carry the deities a big pandal, a big savannah, and they would have a whole week of program. So me and Gabby used to have to stay there in a little makeshift room and take care of the deities there. We used to go by a life member house about 5 minutes away to take bath and come back and do our service there. So that was part of my service there in India. So who don't know me, I'm Tattvadarshini Devdasi. I'm very old in this movement, probably in body too, but yeah, so I'm going to read my homage now. I offer my heartfelt obeisances to you, my beloved Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. You came into my life because of your causeless mercy. You gave me the gift of devotional service to purify me and bring me to Krishna. But because I am a rascal, I am not making any progress. In my life, whatever happened to me in Krishna consciousness began with reading one of your books. Reading books is one, but putting it into practice is a different thing. We cannot just read books just so and don't put it into practice. Looking back at what I read, I can confidentially say that your books are not ordinary or not simple pieces of paper with ink. They are mercy incarnations of Krishna in literary form. You express extreme mercy towards your disciples when you were physically present, but you have not stopped yet. Today, everyone have all benefited from your generosity because of the complex literature you left us. At an advanced age of 69, you choose to leave Vrindavan and against all odds came to the Western world. You did this only because it was your Guru's desire, but also because you saw the suffering in every soul, of every soul. Today, I would like to catch hold of your lotus feet and implant them on my stone-like heart. My goal is to remember your instructions at every moment. And by doing so, I may one day become Krishna conscious and obtain the true goal of this life. I am eternally grateful. I will just praise you again and again for accepting me as your disciple, your most fallen servant, Tattvadarshini Devdasi. So if they will permit me, I have a little something to share with everybody. So this have a story behind it. Is a murder of Srila Prabhupada was done by a devotee, a Russian devotee of, he's in Mayapur now. So what he's doing, he's collecting coins from all over the world when devotees go on Sankirtan. And he's making these Srila Prabhupada murti with coins, as everybody can see, as a gift to Srila Prabhupada disciples. And I did ask to bring and put him on the Vyasasan, and I was refused by management. I don't know what is the reason, and I was refused. So I brought them so everybody could see. This is the Srila Prabhupada Murti that was made out of coins. So it is only given to Srila Prabhupada disciples. I did make arrangement to get some through, I didn't want to get it posted because of being lost. So I got a devotee in Mayapur who is living there from Guyana to collect them for me from Madan Mohan Das Prabhu. And when Prabhupada Dev went from Guyana, went to India, I asked him to bring them for me and I collected them in Guyana. So Vasiki Prabhu get one, Haridev Prabhu get one, and Niranjan Prabhu get one, and I have one for this devotee in Grenada. So I will carry his for him in December, hopefully when I'm going to Grenada. So this is the merge of Srila Prabhupada. He's made out of coins, everybody see him. Very cute, very nice. So thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
So if we have any more Prabhupada disciples, after we go, we just send him Prabhuji.
She wanted to read one on behalf of her father, Brenda.
Your father was a Prabhupada disciple also?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Most of the devotees here would have known my father, Kirtanya Prabhu. This year, on the 9th of September, would be 10 years since he departed this world. So I'm going to read a homage on behalf of my father. On this 29th Vyasa Puja, I offer words on behalf of my late father, whose heart remain devoted to you. Though he has departed his material world, his gratitude for your mercy lives on. You let his part with the Holy Baby, and the light continues to guide him beyond this world. In his stead, I bow to you at your lotus feet and pray that his devotion is accepted as an offering of love. All glories to you, the eternal servant of Sri Radha and Krishna, who delivered the fallen souls. On behalf of my father, Kirtanya, Haribo.
So we'll ask the senior devotees, as we are disciples, anybody else?
Voilà.
Management and then
Gopinath, you want to come?
what's
Vishnupadaya Krishna Sarvabhauma Srimati Satsvapadas Goswami Kinam Satsvapapiram Bande Vinidam Sarvabhauma Bhaktivedanta Bhaktivedanta. So as you all can see, this is the letter, this is my spiritual master, Vyasa Puja. When they give it to me to read, I decided to use the back to write my own. Unfortunately, I was busy past 2 days of devotional practices, so I was just in the back and I wrote it down. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances. I'm writing this homage while cooking just now. I've been thinking what to say. I had some realizations this morning during Japa at the Londonville Center. I was thinking how last night I only slept for 3 hours after the festival, thinking what an austerity. But then I remembered the austerity you took on board the Jaladuta boat to save us, suffering 3 major heart attacks at 69. Then I felt comforted that what I am doing is so insignificant in your eyes. I also remember when SDG, Satsuk Das Goswami, wanted to tell you about what he was doing as a big feat. He was doing a lot of typing service at that time for Prabhupada. So one day he was trying to gain Prabhupada's darshan and let him know. And when eventually he went to Prabhupada, this is what happened. Prabhupada said, so what are you doing? So he wrote this in one of his books. I think remembering Srila Prabhupada. He has written over 150 books. So Prabhupada said, so what are you doing? In a manner as if to reprimand him. This is my main downfall, to be thinking I am doing some big service, when in truth and in fact I am doing so very little, almost like nothing, in comparison to what you have done for this world. I am also reflecting in my Guru Maharaj homage in respect of paying obeisances to you each and every day. It's more like brushing your teeth on mornings. It lacks the commitment and conviction as to who you really are in terms of our lives. Who you really are is that one person among thousands of Swamis who came west to save us from this material entanglement of millions of possible trillions of lifetimes of birth and death. I will try to remain your eternal servant and hope to meet you physically one day. Hoping my last.
Anybody else next?
Hare Krishna again. So my homage was the little class I give, no? But still I will say something. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishapretaja Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Gurumine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunjavami Achatyadi Satarame. So I am very grateful, to be here with all of you, to try to become a devotee, and that is because Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So I hope I can at least try to please Srila Prabhupada in any way. So actually my offering is that when the last time Guru Maharaj came here, he started to emphasize in books distribution. He say at least take a book, buy the book, giving that to somebody. At least once a week, or at least once in 2 weeks. The neighbor, the friends, in the school, or you just buy a book and put it in the barber shop. Right there, because the people have to wait. So they start to watch magazine and all these things. At the airport, anywhere. Because Prabhupada books are like bombs, time bomb. So when Guru Maharaj say that, I say, okay. I remember Srila Prabhupada when he started to distribute Back to Godhead magazine in Calcutta. He went into wrong shops, all these people, and the majority of them they reject Srila Prabhupada. No, we don't want to read that. We want to drink tea. Many times. But Srila Prabhupada continued. So I started to distribute books, and songs. For example, in Lord Balaram appearance, I went to Pinal. I went to Pinal. Fasting there. I started to distribute books, and you have no idea how many people reject me. The majority was Christian people. As soon as I talk to them or from the book, I am a Christian. Jesus is the only one. Hare Krishna, okay. Take it easy. After that, I say, wow, this is a very difficult. But I just start to think about Srila Prabhupada, the austerity he did. And so many, I'm telling you, like at least in the beginning, at least 2 12 to 15 people reject. The majority, of course. So when somebody call me Haribol, I almost say Amen. I say, oh, Amen, Haribol. So I say, no, I cannot stop. This is an offering for Lord Balaram, for my Guru Maharaj, and for Srila Prabhupada. And I came down from Pinal, down like this, chops, everything, anything moving, I just present a book. No, like that, ching, no. And you don't believe, I reached David. From Pinal, I reached David. But I was able to distribute 22 books. And since Guru Maharaj left, I was able, and I want you to just give me your blessing. No? I was able until now, I was able to distribute 114 books. No? And that I am offered that at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada in this special day. So, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Hari Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Another thing I want to say is that one of the disciples I met in Trinidad was Prema father. What a humble devotee. Just to see him, he was sure, right?
Yeah,
chanting the cartas, and no, I become friend because the first time I came to Trinidad was in 1999. No, when Trinidad was
he was a little boy.
When was you call that a paradise. No? At that time. From the Haribol point of view and from the material point of view. No? That was so nice, no? To meet all of you here, no? And to be in Mongolati, that Kirtan, that in Londonville, and so many, wow! And I say, no, I have to come to Trinidad. And that was my desire. So I made that I made you father, no? And he actually inspired me, you know, we become a little friends and things like that. This is a humble devotee. So, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Premanandi.
Any more devotees?
My dear Srila Prabhupada, on this special occasion of your Vyasa Puja, I am very thankful. Have you given me your wonderful purport in Bhagavatam? Please, give me the determination to always enjoy such wonderful transcendental ecstasy in such purport. On this occasion, I beg you, Srila Prabhupada, to give me pure intelligence so I will make right decision in the future. Give me faith, determination, and strength in the future, my dear Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Brother.
I was told that youngest one or youngest member. Anybody else? Are there any already devotees by the way? See Mother Krishna, see Mother Ludaraj, anybody want to say? At least say something if you're going to have a homage. 2-3 minutes, we have 8 minutes to spare. If not, okay, Ruta also has something, a short homage, so after Sikar and Ruta and then
Right.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana-shalakaya Chakshululitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Paraya Krishna Prasad Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatare Shatarini. So today on this auspicious day of Guru Puja, Vyasa Puj, I not perplexed, but always, in that fortune to reminisce about Srila Prabhupada's grace and benediction on the devotees in this Kali Yuga. And we are very fortunate to have the most glaring and wonderful example for us to tread the path of devotional service. Srila Prabhupada, he was the pinnacle of devotion and the most dear and the most pure beloved of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. As his father, Gaur Mohan De, only desire was to have him as a pure representative, a pure devotee of Srimati Radharani. And any saint and any sage and anyone and everyone who may come to Srila Prabhupada's home, with father's home, he will simply beg for that mercy that his son become a pure devotee of Srimati Radharani. And this great fortune he has brought to the world and given this pure bhakti, this pure Krishna consciousness. So, as Balakrishna was saying, we have no strength. Ekakiya mara nahi paya bala harinama sankirtane. By ourselves, we have no strength to carry on the sankirtan of the holy name. But by the association of the devotees, in the Ekakiya mara nahi paya bala harinama sankirtane, tumi kripakori shada binduriha deho Krishna nama dane. To achieve or to get the holy name, the highest wealth, Deho Krishna Nama Dane. So Srila Prabhupada, he can give this to us. He has Krishna and Srimati Radharani, and he has spread it all across the world. So there is no lack of opportunity for us. So on this auspicious day, we are very fortunate after Krishna's birthday to celebrate Srila Prabhupada's birthday, the most pure and dear devotee of Krishna. So thank you all very much, Hare Krishna, and this is my great fortune to offer my life and soul, as I have always been doing and trying. I have this great opportunity, this human form of life. I have traveled all across the world and been to India many times and lived in the great sacred land, and was very fortunate to live in many of Srila Prabhupada's biggest temples in the world. Just coming in and living in New York City, some of the devotees there from Trinidad and the Caribbean, they visited there, and I served there in Brooklyn Temple. So, as I live my life in Krishna consciousness, living in the Dham, living in around devotees and in the temples, I get that fortunate opportunity to offer myself in the service of the devotees. And that is the greatest wealth and the greatest gain. Hare Krishna, thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
I didn't want to come up and say anything, not because I don't have anything in my mind or in my thoughts or in my heart to say, but I didn't actually write a proper homage, so there's so much to say. I didn't want my thoughts to be all over the place, just here, there, and everywhere. So then I was sitting next to Krishnadasi, and she said, we should just go, just say something, just express our gratitude. And basically that is what it is about. For us as devotees, we should be grateful for what Srila Prabhupada has given us. We have heard so many express gratitude for Prabhupada's journey, for the sacrifice he made from the comfort of his room in India to cross the oceans of the Jaladuta, enduring so much hardships and discomfort. And when he came to the US, it's not like he went to a 5-star hotel. He had to stay basically what would be the equivalent of slums. I remember, but I didn't know this, but Baladev Prabhu shared something with me. He said, Raj, you don't know this. Well, Prabhupada had to line up with bums and use a washroom. Can you imagine the state of the washroom that bums were using? And Prabhupada had to line up there, a pure devotee, a Paramahamsa, line up there and waiting to use a washroom, which I assume is a public washroom for everyone. I never read that anywhere, but Baladev Prabhu shared that with me. This is his Patni, Krishnasi. Krishnasi is my god sister. And I feel as though we owe our very lives to Srila Prabhupada. We have to remind ourselves every single day of that sacrifice that Srila Prabhupada made. You know, recently I was preparing an offering for my altar at home and I was thinking, Prabhupada, he gives us numerous literature, of course. Those are the guidelines going forward in spiritual life. Let's put it mildly. He gave us so much. What are we doing for Srila Prabhupada? We have to ask ourselves that on a daily basis. What is our Guru Lakshana? What are we doing for Guru? You understand? We have to, and it's not something we do 1 minute of the day or 2 hours of japa or something like that, you know. Our consciousness should be more Prabhupada consciousness than Krishna consciousness. We should be thinking about Prabhupada daily and what we can do for him, how we can serve him. I've heard devotees say, why get into, oh, no more that, I didn't know. No, that is upright, that's offense. We can't do like that, you know. We have to continue doing with the last drop of blood that we have, the last bit that we have in us, to do something for Prabhupada on a daily basis, to spread his mission. Prabhupada was a missionary. He came to the US to give us something that his Guru Maharaj asked him to share with the world, and what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us. And we have to become a little soldier in Srila Prabhupada's army, to go out there and give all of that to the world as well. You know, we always have to be constantly preaching, giving out books, giving out Krishna Prashadam, you know, and in that way we will be directly serving Srila Prabhupada. So I am very grateful for what I got from Prabhupada. You know, we might think a lot of times of philosophy and all of that, but I'm also grateful for some things that not many of us mentioned. A simple thing like our standard of cleanliness, Prabhupada gave us that. A simple thing like our cuisine, Prabhupada gave us that. A simple thing like our culture, Prabhupada gave us that. Our clothes that we wear, how much stuff to think that we would not have known anything about authentic Vedic presentation in terms of what we wear and what we cook and what we eat and what we give. Prabhupada gave us personality. He gave us status in this material world. We have status as Hare Krishnas in this material world. Once we carry about ourselves in a certain way, people look at us as gentlemen and as ladies. Prabhupada gave us all of that. So, Srila Prabhupada, I'm eternally grateful. I am grateful. Also, to Krishna, I love her very much. She's my god sister. And also, again, I'm grateful for my ISKCON family. You go to the temple, you meet smiles, you meet hugs, you meet Hare Krishnas, you meet Haribos, you meet the offering of service, you meet the offering of praise. I am grateful for all of that. And all of that was given to us by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
So when Acharya Prabhu asked if we could say something, a thought came to my mind actually. Satsu Maharaj, for one Vyasa Puja day, he said, are you going to say something? And I said, well, Guru Maharaj, usually I write an offering and I read it to Prabhupada personally. And he said, everyone should glorify Prabhupada on his Vyasa Puja day. Everyone should say something. So I think that I should say something today. I want to share just a few things that I would hear firsthand from Satsu Maharaj, the early days. And he would say, it was like a family. You know, Prabhupada treated them with so much love and affection. And that's because Prabhupada was filled with so much love and affection and compassion. And he gave that to us. He gave us Krishna consciousness. He gave us, you know, a way to live. So I just want to say thank you, Srila Prabhupada, and I'm just very grateful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We all know I don't really do these kind of things, but they put me on the spot. I have a minute, so not really much I could say, but thank you to Srila Prabhupada. As if we all think about it, without Srila Prabhupada, we would all not be here. If you look at each other right now, we've made good friends coming together, and we've had very good times. So if it were not for Srila Prabhupada, none of this would have happened. I would not have been able to get the opportunity to experience this. You know, I wouldn't be able to go up to New York and rock back with Sitaram and Brooklyn Temple, share a nice meal after darshan, 12 p.m. Yeah. Or go Londonville and jump up for the Lord on his birthday. So yeah, that's all the time I have. So it's all about Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. So we're almost on the exact time. So we'll ask all the devotees to stand, and now we'll do the Pushpanjali offering. And then after we do the Arati Kirtan, Hare Krishna. So Mataji will pass around sharing the flowers. You all can come a little closer, don't be shy. It's time to offer. And those who know the mantras, please stand loudly. And we'll be sharing. And the flowers, you have to listen 1 second please. The flowers is going to be shared in 3 parts, so you can give 3 different portions to share the offer flowers to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So you all can please repeat after me. Om Jnana Timirandasya Om Jnana Timirandasya Nanjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Parakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhambitam Sham Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitai Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Paschatadeshatarine
Namo Om Vishnupadaya
Namo Vishnupadaya
Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale
Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta
Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta
Saraswati Namine
Saraswati Namine
Shri Varshavani Devi
Daitaya Kripabdeye
Krishna Sambandha Vijnana
Krishna Sambandha Vijnana
Daine Prabhave Namaha
Daine Prabhave Namaha
Madhurujvala Premadya
Madhurujvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktya
Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti
Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute
Namaste Gauravani
Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Vidudapasiddhanta Gantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya
Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye
Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye
Pralambara Sambodhe
Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujayate Namaha
Namo Bhaktivedanta
Namo Bhaktivedanta
Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya
Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugarayate Gaura Vibhava Pumeshtam Nirjeshta Sajana Priya
Vaishnava Sarvabhauma
Vaishnava Sarvabhauma
Sri Jagannatayate Namaha
Sri Jagannatayate Namaha
Panchakalpatarubhyascha
Panchakalpatarubhyascha
Sindhudevacha
Kripa Sindhudevacha
Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha
Namo Mahavadanyaya
Namo Mahavadanyaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gaura Kishe Namaha
Namne Gaura Kishe Namaha
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Rupa Sarupakam
Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam
Nami Bhakta Shaktikam
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Deenabandhu Jagatpate
Deenabandhu Jagatpate
Gopesha Gopika Kanta
Gopesha Gopika Kanta
Radhakanta Namostute
Radha Kanta Namostute
Jayatam Surator Pangor
Jayatam Surator Pangor
Mamanda Matergati
Mamanda Matergati
Matsarvasva Padam Bhojo
Matsarvasva Padam Bhojo
Radha Marana Mohana
Sri Radha Marana Mohana
Divya Vrindaranya
Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada
Srimad Ratnagara
Srimad Ratnagara
Singhasanasto
Singhasanasto
Srimad Radha
Srimad Radha
Srila Govinda Devo
Srila Govinda Devo
Krishalivi
Sevyamano Smarami
Srimad Rasarasarambi
Srimad Rasarasarambi
Shivatataśritaha
Vamshivatatasitaha
Karshan Veru Sare Gopi
Karshan Veru Sare Gopi
Gopinatha Sresunaha
Gopinatha Sresunaha
Kanchana Gaurangi
Kanchana Gaurangi
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi
Namami Hari Priya
Namami Hari Priya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Asari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Asari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna read the devotions. Namo Vishnupadaya,
Namo Vishnupadaya,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Swami Nitai,
Swami Nitai,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Paschatya Deshatharine,
Paschatya Deshatharine,
Kesha Pushpanjali,
Kesha Pushpanjali.
Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Namo Vishnupadaya,
Namo Vishnupadaya,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Swami Nitai,
Swami Nitai,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Paschatya Deshatharine,
Paschatya Deshatharine,
Kesha Pushpanjali,
Kesha Pushpanjali.
Divine Graces Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Namo Vishnupadaya,
Namo Vishnupadaya,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Srimate Bhaktivedanta,
Swami Nitai,
Swami Nitai,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Namaste Saraswati Deve,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Gauravani Pracharine,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi,
Paschatya Deshatharine,
Paschatya Deshatharine.
Savior of the whole world, the Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada,
Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nami Krishna
Vishnu Vishnupada Paramsa Pariyajagacharya Shuddhasata Shishimad Jai Samai Sharanara Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Niti Lila Vishnu Vishnupada Paramsa Pariyajagacharya Shuddhasata Shishimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai Namacharya Shuddhasata Ki Jai Principal Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Sri Gaur Bhaktivedanta Ki Jai Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Ki Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Ram Ki Jai Sri Mahaprabhu Ram Ki Jai Parama Karuna Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Jai Sri Jagannath Puri Ram Ki Jai Sri Jagannath Baladev Sumatra Ki Jai Ganga Maya Ki Jai Yamuna Maya Ki Jai Tulsi Devi Maharani Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Vyas Puja Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Vyas Puja Mahamahotsav Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Mahamahotsav Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai All glories are the Gurus. All glories are the Gurus. All glories are the Gurus. All glories to Guru.
To read translation to the Guru
Let us seek our spiritual master. By the only way we can attain pure devotional service. Great all happiness. By His grace and concourse worship material suffering. Attain the mercy of Krishna. My own system, my conscience is purified by the words emanating with lotus mind. Attachment to the lotus feet of affection that fulfills all desires. You open my dark nights and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, but afterward. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed, the Vedic stripper sings of his car. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, Lord and Masterful devotees. O Master, please be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the true worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Most holy. God.
Hare
Krishna. I see so many devotees after celebrating so late last night. We are able to come today to this program. They said that without worshipping Guru, without observing Guru's Vyasa Puja, one can make sufficient spiritual progress. So we would like to thank all devotees, especially for those who have for many days cleaning and so forth, for making today's program success. And we also need some help in the kitchen after for those who can clean up, because it's a little extra preparation we have to do today. Prasad will be served outside today only, not through here, but outside. Prasad will be served. Ekadasi Vrat is Tuesday coming. As this Tuesday, we Ekadasi fasting for grains and beans. And for those who are interested, they say when something is nice, you do twice, right? Those who are interested, Vyasa Puja will take place in Honorable Center from 4 to 5 o'clock this evening. So you can visit Honorable Center and celebrate Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja. Very good, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! Srila